Welcome back to our trigonometry series. Today, we are tackling a fundamental concept that bridges the gap between basic triangle geometry and advanced calculus: general solution notation. We will learn how to express every single possible answer for a trigonometric equation using elegant mathematical shorthand. So, why do we need this notation? Look at this sine wave. It doesn't just stop. It oscillates up and down forever in both directions. Because it is periodic, if you draw a line through it, that line will intersect the wave not just once, but infinite times. This means equations like sine theta equals 0.5 have infinite solutions. We need a way to capture all of them at once. To describe infinite answers, we introduce a powerful variable, n. In our formulas, n represents any integer. That means n can be 0, 1, 2, -1, -5, and so on. It basically acts as a counter for how many full cycles or half cycles we have spun around the circle. Let's start with the sine function. If sine theta equals some value k, the general solution is theta equals n times pi plus -1 to the power of n times alpha. Here, alpha is your principal value, usually found using a calculator or unit circle knowledge. The -1 to the power of n is a clever trick that handles the fact that sine solutions appear in specific quadrants depending on whether we are on an even or odd multiple of pi. Next is the cosine function. Its formula is slightly different but very symmetrical. Theta equals 2 times n times pi plus or minus alpha. The 2n pi part represents full rotations of 360 degrees, bringing you back to the start. The plus or minus accounts for the fact that cosine is positive in both the first and fourth quadrants, effectively mirroring the angle up and down. Finally, we have the tangent function. This one is the simplest. Theta equals n times pi plus alpha. Notice it is just n pi, not 2n pi. This is because the period of the tangent graph is only pi, or 180 degrees. It repeats twice as often as sine or cosine. Let's visualize the sine formula. On this graph, the blue line is the sine wave and the yellow line is our target value. The red dots are the solutions. Notice how they aren't evenly spaced. There is a gap, then a jump, then a gap. Our formula with that -1 to the power of n term perfectly calculates every single one of those red intersection points. For cosine, it is helpful to look at the unit circle. Remember, cosine is the x-coordinate. If we pick a specific x value, we can go up to an angle positive alpha or down to an angle negative alpha. Both land on the same horizontal position. That is why our formula uses the plus-minus symbol, to capture both the upper and lower solutions in one go. Let's try a real problem. We want to solve sine theta equals 0.5. Step 1, we find the principal value alpha. We know from memory that sine of 30 degrees or pi over 6 is 0.5. Step 2, we grab our sine formula. Step 3, we just plug it in. The final answer is theta equals n pi plus -1 to the power of n times pi over 6. Here is everything you need in one place. You might want to pause the video here and take a screenshot. Notice the patterns. Cosine uses 2n pi because of its 2 pi period. Tangent uses n pi because of its pi period. And sine uses that unique alternating term. Master these three, and you can solve any trigonometric equation.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.